Okay, Grandpa. Tell me your full name and when you were born.
Earl Charles Mathews, January 31st, 1935.
Tell me about your parents and grandparents.
Well, my parents, mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she was a great cook and a wonderful person. Dad worked for the railroad all of his life.
Okay, what was your home like growing up?
My home was, well, very good actually. We had hardly any arguments or problems with respect to authority, dad being the boss of things, and mom. We had a good relationship, and they helped me with homework, and we got along real well. Just all the way through grammar school and high school, even though we changed a couple times, moved from one home to another, but it worked out real well.
What was your first trip you took as a family?
The one that I can remember the most was probably to Yellowstone with our family. I had uncles, aunts, grandparents, mom and dad, and we spent most of our time fishing, catching great fish
That's where you get it from, huh?
out of the Yellowstone Lake. Yeah.
That's cool. What was your first car?
My first car was a 1940 Ford Coupe it was black, and it had jump seats in the back. That means the little square seats would fold down from the side, and you would have to sit on them. I crashed it one day. I was taking one of my buddies to school, which I would go on to school and I would drop him off, but his sister was on the sidewalk, and I looked over to see her, and the traffic was stopped in front of me and I didn't see it, so I crunched my car. And so from then on, I had a black car with light green front.
Were you ever in service, like the military? Yeah, I know you were.
Yeah, I was in the military. I was drafted. That means you serve 2 years. I was trained in Fort Ord, California, right near the ocean. It was a fun place to be trained. And from there, I went to Munich, Germany, and I served in a battle group, which means fighting soldiers. And my responsibility was an S3, which meant I was a clerk responsible for all of the training assignments and typing up assignments for the whole battle group to use. My first job, well, let's see here. That was the first real job with Patterson-Williams Manufacturing. They manufactured playground equipment. The favorite job probably was with Philips Electronics.
Okay, when you were my age, what were you doing? Just like 12, so.
What I was doing in your time, well, I was playing kick the can and hide and seek and all the stuff that you probably have done. In my time in school wasn't necessarily something that I really did a great job in. I passed. I got into from grade to grade to grade, but it was difficult. I remember an instance one time where I had a problem with a math problem, and it was division, and I had a problem doing it, and so the teacher came up to me and showed me how to do it, and I said, that's easy, after she showed me. And then she changed the assignment because it was too easy. And so all the rest of the kids in the class had to have more homework.
What was your earliest memory as a kid?
Oh, my earliest remember. I guess it was living in San Luis Obispo, California, in a little home there on the corner. And I had friends all around the block, and we would just have fun and play and do the things. But the most important and the best part of that living there was that I had two grandparents, one on each end of the town. So I could walk from one to the other, anytime. If I got tired with one, I'd go over to the other and come back. But that was a good memory for me. Well, I liked Western music when I was young, your age, and that was important to me. I had an aunt who said that Western music was not good and I shouldn't be listening to it, but I didn't pay any attention to her. I listened to it anyway.
How did you and your spouse meet?
Well, I was in San Jose in the Mountain View ward, and I was asked by the bishop that if I wanted to go to the single ward, which in that case was the Stanford ward. And so when I went there, you meet a lot of people, and so we got involved in plays, where you act on the stage and do different things. And I was involved in special effects. I would make the lights flash and do all different kinds of things. And Fran was involved in choreography for the dancing.
What was your first date like?
First date? Well, I think we went out to dinner and we just sat and talked about each other and got to know each other.
What did you find challenging during the first years of your marriage?
Well, getting used to someone else that I needed to communicate with and get along with and to help and to just be involved as a husband. Communication was a very important factor for that, and we needed to talk a lot to be able to get along and to understand and to be able to progress. Ta-da!
Okay.